Carl Mumpower, who's running for Congress, 11th District. Mr. Mumpower, you just got through with the YMI debate tonight. How did it go over tonight for you?
Tickled to death with the turnout. A lot of nice people, patient people. This was a 2-hour event. That's hard when you're sitting there. It's harder on them than it is us. I enjoyed it.
Well, I think the crowd definitely got into it. I think we could have been here for another 2 hours. The way the crowd looked like they had a lot of questions. But let's go back. It seemed like one of the underlining questions they had tonight was the folks are just really fed up with earmarks. I'm sorry. And we've got to that point now where it's just pure wasteful spending, as you said, and the other two candidates as well. I'd like for you to touch base on that. And if elected, how would you try to cut some of these earmarks out?
Well, number one, I'm not going to vote for any hidden earmarks. With a $10 trillion national debt, we have to get control of federal spending. Really, frankly, spending at every level of government, but certainly in Washington. No hidden earmarks, and the only earmark that I'll support, if folks are looking for somebody to bring pork back to Western North Carolina, they need to vote for somebody else. The only earmarks I'm going to support at all are ones that help us uphold our word, like provide veteran services through our hospital system, VA system in Asheville, for example, or infrastructure, or public safety, or other core federal responsibilities that are constitutionally supported. Parks and special interest monies aren't going to be coming to Western North Carolina. I'm more interested in making sure that Washington takes less of our money, we keep it here at home, than I am in participating in their community welfare program.
Well, we definitely have got a lot of community welfare programs throughout the government, as we know. Coming back to it, I want to come back to this being in the YMI Cultural Center here in Asheville. They had a forum the other night, the State of Black Asheville. I'd like for you to elaborate your concept. What is the state of Black Asheville here in Western North Carolina?
We have a horrific dropout rate for minority students in Asheville, North Carolina. It's approximately 50%. I think that's a terrible thing to our children. The single greatest responsibility that we have in America is to bridge our children to a future of hope. We're letting too many of our children live in neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods, public housing developments where they're constantly facing an open-air drug market and all the corruptive influences of the dealers and users and their supporters. We need to do something about that. And finally, we need to get government out of our school system. We need to get people back into our school system. And there are other things, but I think you want me to hush.
That's okay. I hate to cut this short. I got one question that's just burning at me, Dr. Mumpower, is the fact that you're not accepting PAC money. I want you to touch base on that because your opponent, Heath Shuler, has already got over $700,000 in his
Right.
war coffer.
Right.
Is that not self-defeating right out of the gate?
Well, of course it is, but I don't think you're going to win this on the basis of money. Some of the things that are occurring at the presidential level tell us that. I'm not going to participate in the health care plan in Congress until we fix America's health care. I'm not going to participate in the generous retirement plan in Congress until we fix Social Security. I'm not going to participate in this system, this rigged lottery we have, where businesses, unions, special interests buy America's future. The only money, the only contributions I'm going to take from anyone are from individuals who want to support my campaign. I'm not going to win it on the basis of money. I'll need money. It's an important part of the campaign. I'm going to win it on the basis of honesty, integrity, enthusiasm, and a concentration on central themes that matter to America.
Well, tonight, if any folks are watching on URTV, which will be aired in Buncombe County and Madison County, if they want to get in contact with you, what's the best way to reach you?
drmumpower@aol.com is probably the best way. I'd like to say something, if I may, Richard.
Right.
I don't care if folks are a Democrat or a Republican. Waste affects them. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Fairness affects you. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Honesty and independence affects you. And those are the principles that I'll uphold. I've done that 6 years on Asheville City Council, and I won't stop when I get to Washington.
Thank you very much. Good. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate you doing this.